A full fixture list this weekend, starting with Fulham's clash against Manchester United at lunchtime here in the UK. A host of matches at 3 p.m, kicking off Manchester City's clash with Bournemouth, probably the standout there. And then Newcastle against Arsenal is also an exciting one to look forward to. Two matches on Sunday, Nottingham Forest against Aston Villa, and then Luton versus Liverpool rounds out the weekend. But we have one more match, Monday Night Football at Tottenham when they take on Chelsea. Speaking of Tottenham, they are top of the table, leading the way 2 points clear of their North London rivals Arsenal and Manchester City, with Liverpool in the top four. Aston Villa also just behind them, and then a little bit of a gap on Newcastle, who are on 17 points. Manchester United in 8th place there. Brentford into the top 10 after their win over Chelsea, who are still in the bottom half of the table with 12 points after 10 matches. Luton, Burnley and Sheffield United are in the drop zone currently, with Bournemouth also too close for comfort. Great to have you joining us on Team Talks tonight. Great to have Farah Williams and Sam Lee as well on the show. Quick thoughts on your first time with me, Jules, on the couch. Looking forward to it?
Oh, absolutely. It's already been fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
At least you don't have to think of another name. Jules is easy. Just taking the place of another Jules is quite easy for us to remember, right?
Thank you so much for the welcome. You come back next week.
I mean, I'm just saying it's easy to remember. I won't forget your name, that's for sure.
Yes, Farah and I already got on very well. We are already best of friends. Looking forward to the next hour in your guys' company. And in your company as well, here's what you can look forward to on Team Talks tonight. We're going to hear from both managers as we talk about Tottenham's clash with Chelsea. We start with Ange Postecoglou.
Yeah, obviously a bit unusual because we've still got a few days before the game. But at this stage, sort of from last week, everyone sort of got through the game okay. Benny Davis, who came off at half-time, still got a bit of a sort of ankle problem that he hasn't trained with the team yet. So he's kind of touch and go. Destiny, he's still working his way through it. We haven't ruled him out yet. So obviously we've still got 3 or 4 days up our sleeve, so it's probably 50-50 at this stage as to whether he'll be available, and everyone else is okay apart from sort of the long-term ones.
After watching your side win in quite a different way on Friday night, you said let the fans dream of what might be ahead and titles. What about you? Have you kind of allowed yourself to look that way? Are you believing that this group of players can go the distance?
Yeah, no, I'm not so much a dreamer. I'm very much in the reality of day to day, and what's important to us is, as I say, I thought we coped well with the challenge we had on the other night. But, we know that there's another challenge for us Monday night. So looking beyond that doesn't really serve any purpose. Like I said, supporters, by all means, this is their football club, and they've got to enjoy their football club if things are going well, and it provides them with some hopes and dreams and aspirations. But my task is more sort of the mundane day to day.
You said don't look too far ahead, but looking too far ahead, but Chelsea, Villa, City, Newcastle coming up. How big is this? How defining could the next few weeks?
We leave the club, I think, was a difficult situation, difficult moment, but now is the opportunity to come back, and for sure to see too many people that still working there, and a good chance for us, and it's an exciting moment. It's going to be an exciting moment.
You've been going back there with everything that you achieved, taking them to the level that you took them. If you'd have been going back there as PSG manager or Manchester United manager, it would have been a 100% a massive warm welcome, wouldn't it? Do you think it will be the case because you're a rival, because you're now at Chelsea?
No, I'm not going to say nothing at the moment, because until Monday we cannot guess, what is going to happen there. The most important is people know, we cannot forget all that we live together. Amazing memories there, and then I'm going to respect the people, how they're going to express. but it's not going to change my emotion, my view, my feelings about a club that I think we spent unbelievable journey.
You were the fans' favourite to return in the summer, to go there for a second spell as manager. Was that ever on the cards?
No,
Never approached?
No, and I think when after we finished our relationship with Paris Saint-Germain, I think we wanted to be 1 year outside of the football, away, and then arrived the offer and the contact with Chelsea, and we decided to move here.
And what will you say to Daniel Levy?
Sorry?
What will you say to Daniel Levy?
No, for me, I think one of the most important persons for me, because he gave me the possibility, and to my coaching staff, the possibility to be in Tottenham, and after to build a journey, an amazing journey. It's not only professional relationship; it was also a friendly relationship. Too many memories together that spent nearly 6 years together. I think it was an amazing journey. But only to say thank you, because the opportunity to be there working and experience great things, like to build a new stadium. We were before talking a little bit about in one season we were playing in the old White Hart Lane with the corner. Remember that was out. We building the new stadium.
2 games, and he's talking about the return this weekend.
I know, we've just been speaking there. Will he get a good reception or won't he? Chelsea and Spurs rivalry has been going for many a years. One that, certainly for Spurs fans haven't liked Chelsea because the amount of times, they've beaten them. So I think it'll be emotional for him definitely going back there to Spurs. I think the fans should show him the respect that he's earned in his time as a Tottenham manager. But I think there'll be mixed. I'm feeling like there might be some mixed, mixed reception for sure, I think. He's gone to Chelsea. That's their biggest rivalry. Yeah. I think they're a bigger rivalry at times than Arsenal. Chelsea Spurs. It's a big rivalry.
So you don't think he's going to, be cheered when he arrives? Or...
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll give you guys a call on Tuesday morning and say you were right or you were wrong. I'm quite surprised by that, given he spent so much time there. I thought, would still be loved. But you think it's hurt them that he's gone to Chelsea?
I think because it's Chelsea. I think it is because it's Chelsea. I think certainly he has emotional attachment there. I think the fans, when he was there, absolutely adored him. I think what he did for the club, a Champions League final, marginally losing that as well. But yeah, you're right. I think because he's gone to Chelsea, such a rivalry to Spurs, he might get mixed reception when he goes back.
Spurs are in such a good place, though. Like, how can you, as we look at his record, 293 matches played, 159 won. They're in such a great place. Did you see Tottenham being top of the table at this point in the season? And how seriously are you taking them as title challengers?
I didn't see them being top. I thought they'd do well. I've got some mates who are Spurs fans, and normally in the summer, when they're telling me, oh, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. No, you're not. But this summer, I thought, okay, with Postecoglou, I can see him doing well, but not this well. In terms of how seriously am I going to take them as title challengers, I think there's still some little solutions they need to find in their game. There's more alternatives they're going to need to go all the way. And also, when the competition is City, you kind of need to be perfect, don't you? But I think they've been brilliant, and I don't see them having a big drop-off at all.
And, of course, led by Son Heung-min, who has 8 goals now in 10 Premier League matches. We'd wondered where would the goals come from after Harry Kane left. It's a topic we've been repeating every week, and they just seem to find a way to score. And his connection with Maddison is remarkable as well.
Oh, I think the signing of Maddison, and I think the leadership now of Son being given the armband of the club, I think he's really stepped up. I think he's been, or both of those 2 players you mentioned have been the difference for sure this season. I think Spurs, when Harry Kane was there, for as good as he was and for as many goals as he got, were too reliant on him, and their style of play, everything went through Kane. I feel like players around Son now are really stepping up. I think they have a completely different outlook, and when you watch them, they're exciting. And he's more central. You can see here most of his goals are from central areas, and he's in really good positions with the players around him to assist him.
Yeah, it's interesting. They kind of stumbled across it. He wasn't playing through the middle from the start of the season, but when he got the hat-trick against Burnley, it was almost like, oh yeah, we'll keep this going. Richarlison obviously was brought in to do that, but he hasn't quite got that same knack. It's not just Son's a quality player he can score goals from outside the box. Let's put him through the middle. Like you say, a lot of those goals we just saw then, he's scoring them from that 6-yard box, the second 6-yard box, the strikers call it. He knows where to be. And then Postecoglou's setup, it helps just create a lot of chances. He's not struggling for opportunities. He knows how to put them away. He knows where to be. And that's why some of the other players, the wingers, they're not getting loads of assists, not getting loads of goals. But he is. Maddison is. And that's why it's working. But that's why I'm kind of thinking over the course of the season, they might need a little bit more out wide. They might need a bit more creativity as well as Maddison in the middle. But I see them being top 4 for sure. And they deserve to be top of the league so far.
Yeah, it was interesting. We spoke to Son last week after the win over Palace. And I asked him, OK, are you starting to do the maths? Do you have any interest in the title? Is that something that's ever come up? And he said they have no interest. The fans right now.
The fans are super excited. It's interesting when you hear Postecoglou talk about the fans getting carried away. He actually quite likes that. I think when your team are performing well and you have that energy, and when you go to watch them, they're exciting. I think it's right that the fans, run away with it a little bit and dream and have that dream of some sort of success. So I think it's nice that Spurs fans can actually, go to a stadium now and actually appreciate a football, a style that the fans have wanted for a long time. And yeah, they're getting carried away a little bit, but why not whilst you're on top?
Yeah, what did Postecoglou say? Other clubs want to turn their home grounds into a fortress. We're turning ours into a nightclub. Absolutely loving it. Not loving it at the moment are Chelsea fans.
All right, here we go.
So, yeah, we're going to start with Sam for this one. We're giving you a breather. Can you believe that since Graham Potter left in April, they've won only 4 Premier League games?
Only in the sense that it was a lot lower for a long time, and the fact they got a couple of good results and it shot up, because for a while it was like 2, 3, like this year. But no, going back to where they finished last season and the fact that you think this season they'll pick up a bit. The biggest shock for me, because look, even when they had their difficult start to the season, was it 0-0 at Bournemouth? There was a lot of bad press around them then, but they were playing quite well. They were just missing chances. And then they picked up, they got that good result against Arsenal. They could have won. And you think, OK, this is more like it now.
Yeah.
And then lose at home to Brentford. So I really can't work it out. I think they'll be good. I think they will click. But I wasn't expecting them to lose at home to Brentford at all. And now, in terms of Monday night, I don't know what they're going to do. You're quite confident about Monday, though.
I am. I feel like if you look at the games which Chelsea have performed well, the Liverpool game, I thought we was exceptional in that game. I thought the Arsenal game again, Chelsea are very good in that. I feel like when the youngest, or Chelsea, I keep saying we're, sorry, I'm a big Chelsea fan. Can't help myself sometimes.
You go ahead.
But when you're developing a young team like Chelsea are doing now, and if you look at the average age now within the squad, it's really low, and the experience around that, there isn't much. I think you're going to get those inconsistencies with performances, and I think we can see that with Chelsea. I think the long-term plan is to build on that, build resilience with them, obviously the confidence of the players, the trust in the manager, allowing young players to play with that freedom. I think in time they'll get better. It will take time and it's a process. But as a Chelsea fan, and what Chelsea fans are used to is instant success.
Yeah.
And is that going to come this season? Probably not.
It's crazy how quickly that's gone back from the club. The expectation for Chelsea for, 15 years was that they'd be winning the league, they'd be winning the Champions League. Now, not even top half. But the expectations have gone with that. Nobody's talking about Chelsea in terms of the Premier League title. And even I've said I think they'll be good this season. You said you think they'll be good. But I don't think of them in that way of, are they going to challenge for the title? I don't think so.
Definitely not.
Sarah is not impressed with you for reminding her about that. She is taking shots there. She's not impressed. What you were seeing in that graphic we just had up on the screen was the players aged 21 or younger who have played for Chelsea this season. And it was a great point that you made, because 2,941 minutes is the number of minutes players aged 21 or younger Chelsea have featured in the Premier League. We can see the project, but instant success is the term you used. And at the moment, Chelsea are not having that. They're not enjoying it. And they've got a very difficult run of fixtures coming up as well, as everything is. How much patience is there going to be?
I think there will be patience. I think there has to be patience now. I think if you've started something, and I think when Graham Potter came in, there was a bit of an experienced team, so the average age wasn't as low as it was, and there wasn't really a project there in place for him. I think in bringing Poch in, they've decided they're going to go with a plan, and it is to develop young players and for the future. So I think if you're going to do that and invest in those players, you have to give those players and the manager time